Man, this is one of another topic that I want to talk about. It's not about the law of attraction. It's not about anything. This is one that, for as long as I exist on, for as long as I discover or understand about the law of attraction or the nature of the universe, and how, because when I read books on people talk about consciousness, or I didn't quite understand it. But this one, I it's one of the things that I want to uh, search for. To it's because it's weird. It's not what every average person think about. They think of, they watch science. They um they try to explain science in like a law of attraction sense. But this is one of the I because I use a lot of my imagination, and I would like to see one. And people, I think that people are very ignorant. I think that people are very, they don't like, if people who are into law of attraction or any science type base, they learn about the physics and quantum physics. How can they people be ignorant about this thing just because life on Earth is a very unique, all life form, and that, like, I was watching some video where there are life form that cannot die, in like still exists even the hottest of the temperature, like the very microorganism that you can't kill them. They're like immortals, and I was like, holy shit. And so we live in this vast large of space, right? The system of consciousness. And we think that we are the only one on this goddamn universe. And here we are trying to explain something within us that we can fucking utilize and to bend, as Steve Jobs, now Vision Lakhani, uses, bend reality to our will. And how ignorant can we be to think that there's no life form uh, out there? I mean, think about this. If you take us off from Earth and you zoom out from the universe, it's like large, right? And we can't see that with our physical eye because we're inside a universe. I mean, we're inside the Earth. We can't um, see it with our naked eye. And if there's another, physical realm or the spiritual dimension realm, which I think that there are, if you astral project out your body, they say that there are beings out there, that we cannot see. There's that they said that they're living among us. The the physical dimension and the other dimension that we cannot see. Now I'm strange like this because I was just watching Justin Perry on his YouTube channel. He talk about the aliens, and a lot of people don't think it exists. But the thing is, how ignorant can you be if you don't think it exists? If you think that you're the only special species on the planet, that somehow, quote unquote, um, you're special. I mean, you are special in the degree that people are here to raise people consciousness when they're doing their missions or whatever there is. But I mean, if people have the ability to, develop their psychic abilities, or the ability to astral project, or to remote view, or somehow connect with the source, or somehow that they develop this connection with the universe, right? And I was thinking, I experienced something strange back in boarding school, but I can't explain it, and I don't know what it is. And I guess that's forever plague on my mind, and forever will plague on my mind, because think about this. I was out. of the dorm, and it was like either evening or something. I don't know what I was doing with my maybe I was with my friend, but I was near. It was it's like it's the back of the dorm, and that's where the RAs or supervisor watch over the students while and that they have cars, and they have like a table and a bench, and I would look up into the sky, and there's like a disc of light like spinning or something. I don't know. I can't explain it. It was weird, and it stays still, right? It stays still, and either I went back into the dorm, or I go into the door and go back out, and it disappeared. I don't know how to explain that, and that's the one reason why I think that people think that they're like somehow they are special, but the thing is that they're what most people don't think about. Maybe that there's ghosts. Most people would laugh because American people they don't think about ghosts, but ghosts is a ghost actuality is astral projection. Like when people die, they astral project out of their body or their consciousness inside the living tissue of a person. Like they say that once the person died, their body start to uh, destroy themselves because there's these bacterias that would um, go out and eat the person body. So the body start to eat itself when the person dies. Um, that's kind of creepy. So now that's a creep out, right? Your body would when you die, your body would eat itself. That's very creepy and scary. I mean, because we have a lot of um, organism inside our bodies, but we don't think about that. The universe is plagued with beings that we might not understand, and one day when we die or pass on, we could see these beings and communicate with them. And there are people who can have communicate with these beings. Now, most people get scared of these beings. I don't think that you should get scared. They're like if the universe is a very loving universe, then we shouldn't be scared of it. My mind is very weird, but I know that I have lots of entrepreneurs on my YouTube channels and authors, but I mean some are very spiritual, some are not, um, and some are very technical. But mostly they could see from my point of view that the reason why I say these spiritual stuff, law of attraction, because I experience it. Otherwise, and of course, I upgrade my belief system based upon the information, the knowledge that I consume, and which could help other people. That's the ultimate goal of people, is to raise the level of understanding of themselves, understanding of their vast unity with this universe. I remember one time I when I was starting out trying to uh, understand about the law of attraction. They have the I was watching crop circles and pictures of crop circle, how there's a phenomena. There's how the government is hiding from you. Was it the Era 51 or something? That's why I like Independent Day movie with Will Smith. That is epic. Like, what would you do if you go into a spaceship, right? You would go into their spaceship and you ride the alien spaceship. What would you do? Um, the like even though people make these type of videos and entertainment, it's vastly interesting. Like if you think about it. Now most people would think that if the alien like Michelle Kaku talk about the civilization where the advanced civilization where we're not even advanced civilization, right? We haven't been able to utilize our own sun what was it, energy resources. He said they haven't figured out that yet. But the I forget how many type 2 or type 3, I don't remember what number, but he said that there's the advanced civilization that can harness the sun energy. Now, that's incredible technology that human being haven't figured that out yet. Um, I mean, I want the human beings to be able to figure out how to harness the speed of light, where you use the spaceship to go into speed of light to travel at a distance that we couldn't. Like it takes so long to travel to Mars, right? I want them to at least somehow. Now this is just my imagination. I'm just using my imagination. That somehow they create a wormhole and go into that wormhole and disappear into another dimension, another galaxy, another another universe, which will that you meet other beings that besides the human race, and they could be another human race. I mean, another. Now I don't know. I mean, I interview a physicist, right? And he talked about that there we are in a simulation, that there's another simulation, uh, different simulation, but whether it's a multi-universe verse theory, I like the multi-universe theory better because it's fun to imagine. But simulation is better, but sure, simulation is just it looked like a projection, but aliens, if what would you do if you come across, let's say let's say right now that you're a non-believer of aliens that exist, and that we were the only one that exists, and because of our ignorance we saw this thing is not gray, or it is not um it is not green, it's somehow alien, and that you what would you do? Would you communicate with it? You would ask them to get you to get abducted by them, to say hello or be friend with it. What would you do? That's me. I would get them to take me to their leaders, take me to their spaceship. Uh, why? Because it's alien. It's like, think about this. Clark Kent. They have the Kryptonian symbols, or like this ancient language that he can only read it, but nobody can read it but him. Kryptonian language. I used to uh, talk about Kryptonian. What was it? Not talk. Draw these Kryptonian languages for fun because it was in Smallville. So I will leave the video in below. What Justin Perry, you are creator of the Law of YouTube channel, talk about that he believed in uh, the existence of alien, because he's a very curious person. I'm a very curious person. I just want to know, like, shit. Like, if people have the ability to actualize their dream to come true with their thoughts, and make their ideas become reality, what make why can't we materialize these physical aspect of an alien being? That's an epic journey that I want to go to. Scary at the same time. I mean, I'm excited, but scary. I don't know if I ever will achieve that. People are like, what the hell is this, man? People are starting getting weird. Like, what the hell? Um, he's talking about. Don't worry about it.